Okay, I wanted to show you a little brief video of kind of the process of the tie dyeing, especially when I'm doing the ice dyeing, because a lot of you are probably, if you haven't watched some YouTube videos on ice dyeing, you're probably not really in the know about how that happens. So this is my process when I'm going through selecting colors for a project that I'm going to do, and I want to see how they're going to look together. So I use the Dharma trading company to order my dyes because they have the great fiber reactive dyes, and they're super good, and they are bright, and they last a long time. And there's a lot of information on this website if you want to get into tie dyeing. This is a great way to do it. But I'm going to show you kind of how I go through choosing a palette. So like from here we can see that we have a palette selected. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors here. If I decide that I want to add, oh, I think this dress could use some orchid. I'm gonna move this over here, and then I can say, gee, does this look good together? I can kick this one out by Xing it and being like, oh, I like this better, or no, maybe that's a mistake, I don't want that in there. I could take this yellow and say I don't want daffodil. Oh, this is so much more pleasing to me, and then I can be like, okay, this is what I want. And then what's nice is you can buy them by adding them to the cart that way, but it kind of helps me to decide, like here's lapis. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh gosh, I really want that in the dress. That would be so much better. Or let me take out the shiitake mushroom. I don't like shiitake anymore. Oh, this is so much better. That fixes it. And then I can decide. I can do it with colors I already have here, so that way I can make sure I'm happy with the blend before I do it. So it's really kind of fun because it gives you the opportunity to, and they've got so many colors here. Look at all these colors. This is just like an amazing place to get your tie-dye. You'll never run out of options with these colors here. Okay, so now that we have soaked our items in the soda ash and folded them the desired way we want to, we have them encased in cardboard dams that are going to hold the ice in place while it melts. Is it rolling?
It is rolling.
Okay, so now we wear a mask when we do this because some of these powders can go into the atmosphere and you don't want to be inhaling all this crap.
Great. So I can inhale all that crap.
So put it down there so they can see what it looks. Just aim it to the camera.
Okay.
I'm just going to sprinkle a little, and it's random. It's randomized.
The ice powders. Yeah, the ice is leaking.
It'll do that as it melts. So, and then you take another color.
The science of tie-dyeing.
And it's, again, I'm randomizing.
Ooh, jealous.
I'm trying not to think too much about what I'm doing because I want it to be a surprise when I'm finished. And this is not very scientific. This is the jade green, which is a super pretty color. It looks really stupid right now, but it's really pretty when
it darkens out.
Yeah, you have to see it when it's done. It's unbelievably pretty. It does not look like that at all.
It looks like a teal when it finishes.
I know, it's going to get a little more turquoise, and this is plum blossom. This is very pretty too. See, you just want to be as random as possible. Kind of let the ice do its thing.
See the ice taking the colors.
Yeah, look at how that's changing already. Kind of interesting.
That's going to be a good one.
Very interesting.
And melange.
There's some lavender. I really have no idea where this is all going. You can stop with me.
Okay.
Okay, now it is the next day, And so we're going to turn over the items in the sink that the ice has melted. We're going to turn them over and we're going to sprinkle them with some additional soda ash, because the water from the ice that melted overnight washed the soda ash through the fabric. So now that it's been rinsed, we do need to add some more, because soda ash is a fixative, and these dyes from Dharma they're great dyes, they're fantastic, they're fiber reactive dyes, but they do not contain fixative, so you have to add that yourself. So when we ice dye, we have to use it twice, because the water from the ice is what dilutes the fabric. So before we sprinkle the rest of the colors on, we're going to sprinkle a little more soda ash, and then we're going to sprinkle more of these colors on, the same colors that I did on the front. Of course, they're not going to go exactly in the same place. It's going to be randomized. That's kind of the beauty of ice dye. But we're going to use the same colors, and then we're going to let that ice melt. And then after that, we're going to bag them up and put them in bags. This is Synthropol. This is your final step in the tie-dye process. It is used with hot water to do the final wash of the item after I rinse out all the tie-dye. So the last picture you saw, the items were bagged up like this one, bagged up in the plastic. And then the next thing we'll do, like tomorrow morning, I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to rinse out with clear, cool water so the water runs pretty clear. Put the item in the washing machine with the Synthropol. Now what Synthropol does is it causes any loose suspended dye to be rinsed away from the item and not to reattach to the item. So that when you get the item home, you should be fine to wash the item in cold water and hang to dry, just like with all your other LuLaRoe. And it should not run, it should not fade. Now, just to be on the safe side, I would wash the item by itself the first couple of times. But you should be fine, because after it's gone through the Synthropol process, that should be the last thing it needs to do. And your item should be good. These reactive dyes are fantastic, and they should last for a long time and be very vibrant for quite a while. So now let's take a look at our result.